Hey, how's it going? This video will serve as an analysis of Amado. Who is Amado? Amado is a character where you never truly know where he's coming from. He never gives the full story for anything. Even when he's telling the truth, you can't help but question his words. Amado is shown constantly being a master manipulator. He is also great at social engineering. He also happens to be quite skilled with bioengineering and ninja tech development. Amado truly is a jack of all trades, only lacking in the areas of being a shinobi or a weaponized cyborg. This video will contain some spoilers for the manga, so if you're an anime only watcher, I suggest you click off the video now. Otherwise, let's get started. Amado cannot be read like an open book. The best way to understand Amado is through his interactions with other characters. Amado does not simply view people as legitimate human beings, but rather as pieces on a chessboard to be moved around to achieve his own goals. At face value, Amado's actions are not clear. Understanding how Amado views other characters will determine, ironically, how to view Amado himself. And the very first group of characters we see Amado associate with are the Kara Inners, and therefore they will be analyzed in this video. The first Kara member we will analyze from Amado's point of view is Delta. As of the events of chapter 75, it was revealed that Delta was a clone of his late daughter, AKEBI SANZU. Although Amado was able to create an identical clone of AKEBI that also sounded like her, she unfortunately didn't have AKEBI's sweet personality, but rather a rude and impatient one. Although Amado failed, he keeps her around and has several bodies made for her in case she is defeated. This is likely a subtle gesture at trying to save the closest thing he has to family, since he cannot do this for his actual daughter. If Delta is a chess piece to Amado, I'd consider her to be the queen. The queen is a piece in chess that can be easily moved around the board of life, and Amado is constantly using her for his own goals. So the next Kara member that we will analyze from Amado's perspective is KASHIN KOJI. Like Delta, Amado cloned him based off of a deceased character, this time being JIRAYA. So the question is, why would Amado choose JIRAYA? It is likely Amado chose to clone JIRAYA for several reasons. Amado perhaps respected JIRAYA's revolutionary mindset. JIRAYA thought differently from most other shinobi during his time. He wrote books on life and desired to find the answer for dealing with the cycle of hatred in the shinobi world. He probably also wanted to confirm whether he could truly bring someone back to life through science, which he got his answer. Amado learned that you can replicate a body, but not a soul. Amado decided to use KASHIN KOJI as a tool instead to eliminate any obstacles in Kara, even going as far as stating that because he is a shinobi, he is a tool, showing how Amado views the shinobi of the world. Amado shows his manipulative nature by gaining Koji's trust and telling him that he was destined to defeat Ishiki Otsutsuki, knowing full and well that Koji stood no chance, thus tying up another loose end in Kara. If Koji was a chess piece, he would be Amado's knight, the knight being able to take out other pieces on the board given that the knight is in a safe space as well. The third member of the Kara Inners is Boruto, who also happens to be a cult leader. Amado and Boruto never really interacted in the series on screen. It is implied in the anime that Boruto didn't really care or trust Amado enough to even go in for a basic maintenance check. Boruto in the anime developed a legion of followers who worshipped the idea of the infinite Tsukiyomi. He was a false prophet who made small villages sick and then cured them of the toxins that he gave them in the first place. Likely Boruto, being a good liar, recognized another liar in Amado, and thus he kept his distance purposefully. Amado knew about the consequences of the infinite Tsukiyomi, by gathering intel through conversations with Jigen, and therefore didn't respect Boruto's dream. Likely Amado saw Boruto as a means to an end and gave him his core as an obvious weakness inside of his body to get rid of him. I mean, think about it. Sarada, who was either a Genin or Chunin at the time, was able to easily spot and find his weakness with her Sharingan. From Amado's perspective, Boruto was a piece on the opponent's board that needed to be removed in order to get closer to the king. After giving up all hope that AKEBI could be revived, Jigen reignited the path to Amado's goal of reviving his daughter. Amado made a deal with the devil. In exchange for helping Jigen find the perfect vessel, he would be rewarded with his daughter being revived. Under Jigen, Amado sacrificed hundreds of children through experimenting with Kara. Jigen has often shown to be very arrogant, and it is possible that his outbursts revealed the true nature of his goals. What hints more to this was Amado's conversation with Sumire on how she should have been quiet and bided her time in order to extract more intel from him, outright calling Sumire stupid. He knew that reviving AKEBI would be pointless if there wasn't a world or civilization for him to live on. Their goals never truly aligned, but Amado did see the potential in Ishiki's wish-granting ability. So he set in motion a plan to kill Ishiki and essentially recreate him in his own image. Jigen, or rather Ishiki, didn't realize he was playing the game of shogi with Amado until it was too late. Jigen was the king, and once Amado removed that piece, the game was over. Victor is the 5th Kara member. Not much is known about him in the manga. He was simply a means to an end for Amado. From Amado's perspective, the less allies Jigen has, the better of odds of taking him down. In the anime, Victor fought in the 4th Great Shinobi War and worked behind Jigen's back to recreate the chakra fruit and become a god of his own. Being a rich tycoon, he without any doubt donated a lot of money towards Kara's experiments, and thus empowered Amado to carry out his own agendas. But in the end, he was set up and eliminated by KASHIN KOJI through Amado's will, thus tying up a loose end of a potential rival. Code is a character Amado does not respect. Similar to Boruto, it is because Amado knows how impractical worshipping the Otsutsuki is. Code's visions never aligned with Amado and his goals. Code was likely used by Amado as a test subject to create a weaponized version of the Karma Seal. It can't be a coincidence that both KAWAKI and Code survived at the same time when receiving karma. The way karma has been demonstrated, it wouldn't make sense if Code had Ishiki's karma either. The patterns are not the same for either KAWAKI or Code. Jigen was also a failed vessel, however, his karma markings were different from Code's as well. It also wouldn't make sense how Jigen can at least use Ishiki's Sukuna Hikona ability, yet Code has none of those abilities. And the fact that Code without limiters is stronger than Jigen is also strange. It is likely, in addition to his claw marks being derived from Shibai Otsutsuki and Shinjutsu, that Amado planted a weaponized version of Shibai's Karma Seal on Code. This was in hopes of being able to do something similar with KAWAKI and Ishiki's Karma Seal in the future. Deepa is the first anime original Kara Inner, never once appearing in the manga. Not much is known about Deepa's backstory, only that he is a psychopath who goes on killing sprees randomly. It is likely Jigen was attracted to his lack of empathy and sadistic behavior, being the only person who ever made Jigen laugh. Deepa worked alongside Victor to recreate the Ten-Tailed Chakra Fruit. He survived his second battle with Team 7 and was killed by none other than Amado. Are you guys starting to notice a pattern here? Amado once again getting rid of a character under the guise of Jigen's orders. OUGA is an interesting case. She is not outright evil, but she did have the power that aligned with some of Amado's goals. Amado gave her the ability to see in the hearts of people, more specifically to see into the hearts of an Otsutsuki. Her using this ability on Jigen was considered treason, and therefore he attacked her and damaged her brain. Amado likely gave her this ability because he knows that using KAWAKI to revive AKEBI may result in AKEBI coming back as an Otsutsuki. Or if that's not the case, he wanted to understand the heart in order to grasp a better understanding on how to clone someone to more accurately bring back the original personality of that clone. KAWAKI is Amado's ultimate investment. This is his creation of Ishiki Otsutsuki in his own image. All of the sacrifices Amado has made, all of the lying, the manipulation, and the scheming has led him to this point. KAWAKI is young and, unlike Jigen, can be easily manipulated. When Amado told KAWAKI he could grant him power to protect Naruto, that wasn't one instance of him manipulating KAWAKI to achieve his own goals. Or when he outright said that implanting a karma seal to revive Boruto on code was futile. All of these things were just methods in order to bring KAWAKI towards his own selfish goals. Amado's greatest success, however, will be his greatest failure. Kawaki's radicalized views will lead to him going down a path where he won't be controlled by anyone, least of all Amado. It's ironic that Amado got rid of Ishiki for desiring to destroy the planet, yet we clearly see in the first scene of the Boruto anime and manga that the destruction occurs anyway. All of this is because of Amado's selfishness.